Jennifer LeClaire, and we are going to talk about some of the questions that you have been sending me. I know many people are hurt, many people are confused, many people don't know where we go from here, many people don't know what to do with regard to the election prophecies. I know there's many people who have very strong feelings on one side or another about what has happened. And I want to help those who follow my ministry. That means I'm not talking to everybody, but I'm talking to somebody. I want to take some time to answer the questions that you've sent in. And I would ask you to share this with someone who you feel it's going to help, maybe those who are disillusioned in their faith. There are a lot of people hurting right now. There are a lot of people who are absolutely writing off prophetic ministry, and I don't think that is the answer. We've seen some very controversial statements that have been made over these past several months. And now we're seeing a lot of people really in a faith crisis. And so many of you have sent questions to me ahead of time. And that's what I'm going to focus on in this particular broadcast. I'm not answering questions live. So don't bother to ask them now. Just listen and track with me. If you want to ask a legitimate question with regard to the Trump elections prophecies and why we did not see, as some prophets prophesied, why we did not see Trump take office on January 20th, why we saw Joe Biden inaugurated as president when some prophets indicated that he would serve two sequential terms and that there was no way that Joe Biden would ever step foot in the White House. If you have legitimate questions about that, you can send those in by visiting globalpropheticcenter.com/askaprophet. We've had that up for a while when we do prophetic Q&As. globalpropheticcenter.com/askaprophet. And I'm not here to argue. I'm not here to debate. I am not here to pretend like I have all the answers in the world. I've been processing through this whole issue for several months now, and I've been silent until after the inauguration. I remained silent out of respect for elders, out of respect for prophets who I love dearly. However, now we are in a situation where many people are throwing the prophetic ministry out the window because we did not see President Trump take the White House or remain, I should say, in the Oval Office on January 20th. So if you know somebody that's hurting, if you know somebody out there who needs to hear what I'm going to say, go ahead and share that with them now so that we can make a maximum impact. We really do want to educate, equip, inform. We want to bring solutions. We want to heal. And again, I don't pretend to be the policeman of the prophetic. I have been walking in the office of a prophet for 20 years now. And so I do have some authority. I do have some insights. I do have some words from the Lord, some insights from him regarding what went wrong. I don't pretend to always be right about everything. Even a true prophet can release a word that is not accurate. Prophecy is fallible. So we have to understand that the Old Testament prophets spoke as oracles for God, and they were held to the accountability of death by stoning if they were wrong. In the New Testament, we're in a gospel of grace. We're also fallible. We're not direct oracles of God in the sense that God speaks through us. It actually comes to our spirit, it bubbles up through our soul, and we are fallible. And so we really want to dive into some of your questions today, and we will get through as many questions as we can. I'm going to read from the questions that were sent to me ahead of time. I'm not answering your questions here live with regard to new questions coming in because I wanted to ponder and give responsible answers. I know many of you are hurting. Many of you are disillusioned. I must reemphasize this fact. How do I say this? Prophetic ministry is vital. We cannot. Jezebel is trying to discredit the prophetic ministry and cause you all to shun prophets. That would be a tragedy. That would be a bigger tragedy than a few prophetic people and prophets releasing an inaccurate prophecy. That would be a tragedy to throw the prophets away. The prophetic movement is 40 years old, and 40 is the number of trial. And so we're in a bit of a trial right now in the prophetic ministry and the prophetic movement. But we can come out of this. And I believe if we will face truth with a spirit of humility, we will find that we can grow and we can become stronger. As a matter of fact, that is the outcome that I see here. I see that there's a cleansing, a purifying that is coming, that is here in the prophetic movement. And it's been much needed for many years. We did not, I was not taken by surprise by what has happened. I've been writing about issues, problems, challenges in the prophetic ministry for 20 years. As soon as God called me to the ministry, he began to show me issues in it. But there's a lot more good than bad, guys. There's a lot. Somebody earlier today said, well, there's more false prophets than true prophets. I don't believe that. I don't believe that some people who espouse to be a prophet are really prophets. And so I think they're self-appointed. That doesn't make them false. That just makes them misguided. And so